right, come on. Let's go. Come on, we gotta go inside. Come on, we just gotta get one thing.
Big house.
Come on.
Big house. Big house.
We need to go in this store. All right. Okay. All right. We are good. That was a little moment we were having, but we're good. Hey, will you put your seatbelt on, please, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take your shoes off. That's fine. Hey, I'm proud of you. I know sometimes it's really hard to not get your way, but you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There we go. Okay, thank you. Okay. That was, you know, slightly melodramatic, but it's all good. We worked through it.
Seat off.
No, you gotta keep your seatbelt on.
Well,
Well, not while we're driving. Gotta keep it on while we're driving. Alright, so lately Kaidale has been, and I'm just gonna talk openly in front of him. You know, sometimes I don't like to talk about stuff in front of him because like he understands everything, but I think this is something that we can be open and honest about because, you know, he's a big boy and it's okay to talk about some stuff to him and in front of him without it being, anyways, you know what I'm saying. He lately has been a little hung up on certain things, like wanting to not go to school. He's got senioritis and he's got it bad. He is ready for summer break. He's officially checked out and over school, which I don't blame him. You know, it's been a long year. He goes every day. I mean, we don't really take hooky days or, you know, vacation or anything like that. Like, we always plan around his school schedule. So he's been going hard this year, and like once he gets there, he's happy and he thoroughly enjoys his friends in his classroom and stuff. But like, the mornings have been rough. He just, the second he hears me, like his eyes are still closed, but he hears me waking him up, he immediately starts asking for everything he can think that would get him out of school. He's been hung up on Big Guy's house and wanting to spend all of his time at Big Guy's house, which again is understandable because it's way more fun than our apartment. You know, Big Guy's got he's got like 2 pools in his neighborhood, bicycles, tricycles, parks, sidewalks. Like, we got a pretty cool apartment, but Big Eye definitely beats us as far as the, you know, fun extracurricular stuff. So it is what it is. We've just been going through a little hang up, a little phase, and that's all we want all day long. And so yeah, when we don't get that, it's hard. And today we had to run a couple errands. I told him when I picked him up that we would go over there, but we had to run a couple of errands and he just wasn't having it. He wanted to go straight there. And sometimes I pick and choose my battles and kind of weigh out if it's worth it. But if it's something that I've told him,
Cool Kids.
That is Cool Kids. You are so right. You're so right. That is Cool Kids. The point that I'm trying to make is that if I tell you we're gonna do something and I tell you the plan, then I gotta follow through with it. Because if you throw a temper tantrum like you just did and I don't follow through with it, then we just jump straight to that for the next time, because we've learned that that gets us out of what we don't want to do. Which today, he didn't want to run the errands. He didn't want to, he just wanted to go straight from school to Big Eye's house, which, you you know, sometimes we can do and sometimes we can't. So I didn't have to go to Trader Joe's, you know, it wasn't the end of the world, but it was just the principle of, I told him we had to do this. And when he heard my response and he heard that he wasn't going to get to go straight to Big Guy's house, he kind of threw a temper tantrum. So therefore, I got to follow through with it. You know, I gotta stick to my guns because I don't want him to learn that if he just throws the temper tantrum, he gets his way. I mean, that's kind of parenting 101. I feel like that's not even like autism specific, but we definitely gave him a show at Trader Joe's, that's for sure. But whatever, we brought a little awareness, didn't we? But anyways, we followed through, and kind of like I figured what would happen is the second that we came out of the store, he started smiling, and he realized, okay, it's not the end of the world, right, buddy? That's what you realized was, okay, it's not the end of the world, life is good, this was quick and easy, and now I get to do what I want to do. So we survived it. Yeah, we survived it. We survived it, and now we get to go to Big Guy's house and go rollerblading and on a bicycle. High five. Oh yeah. So I would be lying if I said that those moments were easy and never difficult. Sometimes tantrums can be really difficult because you never know how long they're going to last for, or if they could potentially turn into a meltdown. I knew in this situation, just from knowing Kaidale individually and his history of behaviors, that this was pretty much just a pure tantrum that we just had to work through, and we had to get through it together. And I knew that he had the skills and the ability to get through that. So that's why I decided to follow through and to not give in. I think in my experience of being Kaidale's mom, it is always very important to stay calm, stay patient, and stick to your guns. And at the end of the day, you know, it is really important that your child knows that no matter what happens or how they choose to react or respond or behave, that you're still going to be there for them. You're still going to be their safety net. You're still going to love them. And you're not going to chastise them based on their emotional processing of the situation. Now, I get this comment a lot that people will say, oh, he just needs more discipline, or, you know, he just needs more structure. And that's true. I mean, Kaidale needs discipline just like any child needs discipline. However, my form of discipline is that I'm going to say what I mean, and I'm going to mean what I say. And you can have a tantrum. You can have a difficult time processing this. That's okay. It's okay to have a difficult time, but we're still going to follow through, and we're still going to do what we said we were going to do. And in the long run, that really helps Kaidale. It really helps him to better prepare himself for future situations to where he doesn't like the answer that he's receiving, or he's having a difficult time with it. It is really hard sometimes because we've been in those situations to where we've experienced meltdowns, we've experienced tantrums turning into meltdowns, and you can kind of tell the difference because it goes from, you know, Kaidale pretty much having control over himself and his emotions to, okay, he no longer has control over his emotions. He needs my help. He needs my help getting through this. He needs my help processing this. And in those moments, you know, again, like I said, I'm just going to remain calm. I'm going to be his safety net, and I'm going to help him to get through this meltdown. And meltdowns are really, really difficult as a parent to witness and to see your child experiencing. And there can be different reasons why your child's tantrum might turn into a meltdown, or why it might just be a, you know, pure meltdown to begin with. It could be, you know, you go into a store and it's too loud, it's too bright. Your child becomes overwhelmed, has a, you know, little bit of a sensory overwhelming panic attack, so to say. We've been there. And that can be really difficult. And I've had this happen with Kaidale to where, you know, he's having a difficult time adjusting to the situation for whatever reason, you know, like I said, the lights might be too bright, it might be too loud, too crowded, too noisy. And he's kind of dealing with that on his own, and I'm not really paying attention or really aware. And then he flips out over something that happens in the store. You know, I tell him no or something like that, and it seems like a completely disproportionate response. But I didn't take into account that he was already having a tough time processing the situation that was at hand, which, you know, for somebody like me, it's easy for me to kind of adjust to walking into a bright, loud, crowded store. But for Kaidale, it's not. So that's just something I think is to kind of keep in mind and be aware of is, you know, when you do see a child going through those types of situations, to not necessarily just automatically assume that they're having a temper tantrum, that there could be more to the story and they could be having a meltdown, and to just kind of respect that and not necessarily be so quick to judge. And I know that's easier said than done. Everybody judges. We're all human. But I do think that that is something to just kind of keep in mind. So all in all, we had an exceptional day. I had so much fun with Kaidale, and we turned it around. Right after Trader Joe's, we went on our merry way, and we had a great day. So thank you guys so much for watching the vlog. We love you guys, and we'll see you next vlog.
No, I'm gonna tickle you. Tickle.
There. It's you. You see yourself? That's you, kiddo, right there.